What's up, A to Z Sports here on this 4th of July week, giving you guys some bite-sized Titans conversations before we get back live on Monday, July 10th, leading up to training camp in the end of the month and then the preseason before we get going for the 2023 Tennessee Titans season. Today, a Titans rookie that I think is flying under the radar. But first, want to thank our sponsors for being with us and supporting us and helping you guys out as well. BetMGM, download the BetMGM app. Use our bonus code ATOZ Sports to get that first bet offer where you get up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if your first bet misses. Wilson County Hyundai, make them a part of your new car buying process by seeing them in Lebanon or at wilsoncountyhyundai.com. The Bone and Joint Institute, the region's destination for comprehensive orthopedic and sports medicine care. Farm Bureau health plans get better with your health coverage. That's with better rates, service, and with customer service and coverage at fbhp.com/ATOZ. The Aura app, keeping you safe online, and get a 2-week free trial with our specific link, aura.com/ATOZ. And Krebs Kubota, an elite Kubota dealer in Middle Tennessee with 3 locations for now over 18 years, Columbia, Franklin, and Murfreesboro, online at KrebsKubota.com. So, Zach, the Titans draft class had a lot of drama with it because of the Will Levis pick, 33rd overall in the second round, after taking Peter Skoronski in the first round. And Tajay Spears in the third round, also a backup running back that might not have an ACL in one of his knees, created a lot of conversation. But I have an opinion. I think there's one Titans rookie that is flying under the radar. He hasn't been talked about a bunch. And it's not Colton Dowell because the only receiver taken was a 7th-round guy. It's I think tight end Josh Whyle can be a really interesting piece with this team this year. Rookie tight end, day 3 pick out of Cincinnati. He's long, he's tall, he's athletic. He's a hands catcher. I know you love hands catchers. But what do you think about Josh Whyle as the Titans? We know the philosophy of the offense. Run the ball, use their tight ends. What do you think about him to go along with Chigakonkwo?
I think it's going to come down to role. And I think traditionally rookies can look really good in training camp, but what is their role within the offense when the season starts? So I'm probably going to temper my expectations for Whyle. I think, on paper, why they drafted him is that he had the physique, he had the size, he had the ability. He probably got some intel from Vrabel's boy Fickle. So he knew what he was getting when he drafted him, but I just think it's going to be about the role within this offense. I don't know how much playing time he's actually going to get. Now, look, you've seen more practices than I have over the mini camps and OTAs. So I value your word to that, but I just, the starting and the rotation, I don't see him getting a lot of playing time, which doesn't mean that he can't be successful. It means that when he is on the field, he is going to have to do the things that kind of Chigakonkwo did last year. We didn't see Chig get the ball as much as we actually wanted him to see the football, but when he did, he made some really big plays. He's going to have to find his role. His role may be red zone. His role may be seam. His role may be third down turnaround routes that timing routes that Tannehill can get him the football. I think that would be my question with a rookie tight end in what you could consider a new offense under Tim Kelly.
Yeah, I think from what I have seen at those practices that you referenced, OTAs and mini camps, they use and are forcing Josh Whyle to learn it all. It's end-of-line tight end. It's splitting out. It's in the backfield as an H-back because I think they want to make Chigakonkwo a focused priority of the offense in making plays, which is a great thing for the Titans because he's really good at it. So how can he help complement Chig? I think that is the opportunity that Josh Whyle has. And he's got the length. He's got the go up and get it mentality. He's got the college production, Zach, because Josh Whyle had 3 consecutive years at Cincinnati with over 300 receiving yards. He had 15 total touchdowns in his last 3 years outside of his freshman season at Cincinnati. That's way more productive than Chig was his entire career at Maryland. Chig had, one big season, his last season at Maryland, and it worked in the NFL.
But Maryland versus Cincinnati.
What? I mean, Maryland's playing.
Look at what Cincinnati's been the last couple of years. I mean,
yes,
that's what I'm saying is like the production of what Cincinnati went to the college football playoff, Austin, mind you. So like you're comparing apples and oranges of opportunity. You're saying he's done all these good things, which is valuable. And I think that that's a point. But you're comparing it to a guy who went to Maryland.
Yeah, but Maryland's in the Big Ten, Zach.
Yeah, he's just because you're in it doesn't mean that you're doing well.
Yeah, well, Chig did
Nebraska's in the Big Ten.
Yeah, but he's still playing against good competition. Like, that's my point, is that Chig was playing against Big Ten competition every week during the season, and at Cincinnati's not. Look, Cincinnati's not the...
Chig was drafted on intangibles. He had speed. He had size. He had his combine. When he went to the meat market, it looked like he was good meat. That's why they purchased him. And in year one, it's trending to be a good steak. He's got to put that sizzle together, though, in year two.
And I think Cincinnati does have something to do with why Josh Whyle was drafted. I think it has a lot to do with why he was drafted.
Yeah. So I just want to be fair on that.
But not because of the playing. I watched Josh Wiley's post-draft press conference via Zoom with the Titans media, like immediately after, the hour after he was picked on the Saturday of the NFL draft. He was already calling him Vrabes. Like this is a Mike Vrabel handpicked selection, because when we were doing our draft reaction show, Zach, and I have been sitting on this opinion for a while, I wanted Darnell Washington out of Georgia in the third round when they took Tajay Spears. I wanted that, but then I listened to Josh Whyle in that post game or that post draft Zoom, and when he started calling him Vrabes and started talking about the relationship that he had built with Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel came and talked to the Cincinnati program, his spring practice the year before, and they've kept in touch. I go, Josh Whyle was the only tight end the Titans were ever going to draft. And it hit me there. And I was like, I lost all this emotion and energy over Darnell Washington and some of the other really talented tight ends in that draft the Titans did not take, because they always knew Josh Whyle is going to be there on day 3. And Vrabel knows him. He's a Vrabel guy, and he's going to fit in this offense. I like what he's doing. He's caught a couple passes from Will Levis in these spring practices that made me go, oh, damn, that was pretty awesome. And so again, he's flying under the radar. I like Josh Whyle. I'm not expecting to have 30 catches this season. I think we understand that he's tight end 2 at best, but I think he can be a playmaker the Titans can start to bring along to where maybe in the month of December, Josh Whyle starts to make that stride like Chig did a year ago.
So let me actually tell you what the real answer of this question is, which is Titans rookie sneaking under the radar. The answer is Peter Skoronski. That's the answer. It's not anybody else, because Will Levis stole the show with the up and down of trying to trade back up in the first round, then finally drafting him at 2, then giving up picks so you couldn't draft a wide receiver later on in the draft. Tajay Spears, since he has kind of come into what the Titans are trying to do within this offense, it looks like and appears that there is going to be a fit. The Titan rookie that is sneaking under the radar is the number 11 overall pick in this year's NFL draft out of Northwestern. It's Peter Skoronski.
You know, I mean, you're not wrong. I wanted to have an opportunity to talk about my Josh Whyle opinion, so
and
I did
that's
it
fair.
here.
But I
so this is
there's only one radar guy that we haven't talked to. He's the first round pick, 11th overall. They haven't picked 11th in a very, very long time. And look, it's a good thing because he's an offensive lineman that you're not talking about him, but he really has got to be the guy and the reason why they picked him.
You know what?
He's got to come in there and do his job.
You know what it reminds me of? Let's go back to the 2016 draft. After that, Derrick Henry's huge. Look at Derrick Henry wearing that number 2 jersey in Titans OTAs and minicamps. Man, that second round pick, could he be something with DeMarco Murray? Hey, this Kevin Byard kid out of MTSU, third round picks, making some plays in practice. Tajay Sharp, 5th round pick receiver from UMass. This guy looks smooth running routes. And hey, he was the leading receiver week 1 in 2016. Jack Conklin was that first round pick. And he's getting the Peter Skoronski, Jack Conklin treatment right now, is that there's a lot of noise around second, third round picks and not about the first round pick, which I think whenever you draft an offensive lineman in the first round, you want them to be sneaking under the radar, because that probably means they're doing their job well. Taylor Lewan did not sneak under any type of radar his entire time as a Tennessee Titan, and he was pretty loud as a first round pick there too. So I do agree with you. Skronsky is a good answer for this topic too.
Well, and Skronsky better get that contract that Jack Conklin got just with the Tennessee Titans, not with the Cleveland Browns or another team after his rookie deal is up. That's the key with what Rand Carthon has got to do better at than what John Robinson was unable to do during his tenure, and that's selecting first-round picks and having them stay in Tennessee for the foreseeable future.
Absolutely. Thanks again to all of our sponsors, as we'll be back July 10th live in full, talking Titans leading up to training camp, BetMGM, the Bone and Joint Institute, Wilson County Hyundai, Farm Bureau Health Plans, the Aura app with aura.com/ATOZ, and KrebsKubota.com. We'll see you guys later. Continue to enjoy your 4th of July.